Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you've ever felt the absolute chaos of a busy morning, you know that getting a household out the door is a universal human experience. But you know what? It is also the absolute perfect laboratory for learning language. Today, our objective is simple, but it's super powerful. We are systematically breaking down a busy, everyday family morning routine to help you master some incredibly common, practical English vocabulary. We'll be walking through the start of the day for a family of four: Tom, Mom, Lily, and Ben, and capturing exactly how they talk to each other to get things done. Let's jump in.
So let's dive right into this universally relatable 7 a.m. wake-up negotiation. It sets the stage perfectly, right? Dad, that's Tom, hears the call to wake up and immediately asks his wife for 5 more minutes. It's a classic phrase we have literally all used. But Mom, she shuts it down quickly with a firm reminder of the time, and Dad yields to start the day. This simple exchange is the ignition switch for the entire morning routine.
And that brings us directly into our first chronological milestone. Phase 1, waking up and washing.
Okay, so once Mom has successfully gotten Dad out of bed, she turns her attention to the kids, and she uses some really great affectionate vocabulary here. She wakes up Lily, calling her sweetheart, and Lily happily reports having the best dreams. Then, Mom affectionately calls Ben her sleepyhead to urge him up. Once everyone is actually out of bed, the family moves into the bathroom hygiene procedure. The steps are pretty clear: wash hands, wash face, and comb hair. But of course, it's a shared bathroom, which brings a bit of chaos. There's this funny moment where Lily points out that Dad literally has toothpaste on his nose. Then, after some gentle rushing, Ben takes his turn. He confirms he washed his face, but Lily has to remind him his hair is a total mess. Reluctantly, Ben fixes it, noting specifically that he is combing his hair with his blue comb.
With faces washed and hair combed, we shift the narrative back to the bedrooms. This brings us to phase 2, getting dressed.
As both kids figure out what to wear to face the day, we get a really clear contrast in their outfit choices. Lily decides on a pink dress, but because it's a bit cold today, she sensibly adds a white cardigan over it. Ben, on the other hand, goes for a white t-shirt, pants, and a jacket. But, to actually get dressed, they have to find these items. Mom has to help Ben find his socks in a drawer that is completely full of socks. Ben then proudly announces his locations using some absolutely great spatial prepositions. He says his pants are in the drawer and his jacket is on the hook.
Clothes are on and everyone is awake, so we now move our focus to the kitchen for phase 3, breakfast and chores.
Now, this is where the morning momentum really picks up. It's not just about eating, it's about tackling those essential daily chores. The crucial point here is figuring out whose turn it is to feed Rex the dog. Ben initially protests, claiming he fed Rex yesterday, but Lily quickly corrects his timeline, pointing out he fed the dog on Sunday. Sunday was 2 days ago, she says, confirming that today is Tuesday, so it is undeniably Ben's turn. And here is where we get some fantastic locational vocabulary. Mom directs Ben to the bottom shelf of the cupboard to find the blue bag, where he happily serves Rex 1 scoop of dog food. While Ben is feeding Rex, Mom is multitasking by writing out the grocery list. It's a perfect snapshot of household essentials: milk, eggs, and bread. She notes that coffee is an absolute must because, as she says, we always need coffee. She adds orange juice because Ben drinks it every single day. The kids chime in, requesting dog biscuits for Rex and regular biscuits for themselves. And Mom actually almost forgets to add the strawberries until Lily gives her a super helpful reminder. With the list done, Tom announces that the breakfast he's been cooking is finally ready. The menu today: scrambled eggs and toast. The kitchen is full of great conversational manners here too. Lily politely asks, "Can I have some orange juice, please?" which Mom happily pours. Meanwhile, Ben comes to the table incredibly hungry. He quickly asks his dad for more toast, prompting Tom to tell his buddy to slow down as he eats. The food is eaten, and suddenly, that clock is ticking loud. Mom announces the 10-minute warning, bringing us to phase 4, packing bags and lunches. The vocal energy in the house really increases right here as the family shifts from a relaxed breakfast into a highly coordinated packing routine, just to make sure absolutely nothing is left behind. This perfectly illustrates how meal preparation language works in practice, through 2 distinct lunch orders. Mom asks what they want, and Dad is busy customizing everything. Ben asks for a ham and cheese sandwich, and Dad specifically makes sure to leave out the tomatoes at Ben's request, pairing it with an apple. Lily goes for a classic peanut butter and jam sandwich, which Dad pairs with a banana. It's just a really great everyday example of asking for preferences and confirming food items.
But hey, it wouldn't be a real family morning without a little bit of stress, right? Enter the homework panic. As they pack up, we see a stark contrast in styles. Lily efficiently packs her bag in order, first her books, then her pencil, and finally, she makes absolutely sure not to forget her homework. Ben, however, he is panicking. He can't even find his bag at first. Turns out it's under the table. Then he can't find his homework. Mom steps in to help him locate it from the night before, and even though it's a little dirty, it goes into the bag with a stern warning to pack it right away next time. The bags are packed, the lunches are made, and we push into the final stretch. Phase 5, heading out the door. Okay, everyone is scrambling to leave now. The school bus is quite literally pulling up to their street, and Mom runs through a rapid-fire departure checklist. Bag, jacket, shoes. Lily, as always, is perfectly ready across the board. Ben says he is ready, but then immediately realizes he committed a massive comedic near miss. He forgot his entire backpack. No way. He quickly grabs it just as they announce the bus is here, and the kids finally shout their goodbyes and run out the door for a great day. The kids are gone, and the narrative arc concludes with the adults wrapping up the morning. Tom is in the kitchen washing the plates and the glasses. Mom gives him his own rapid-fire checklist. Tom confidently checks his pockets. Keys? Check. Phone? Here it is. Wallet? Got it. He totally thinks he has everything, but Mom has to point out, "You forgot your coat, Tom." He grabs his coat. Mom hands him the shopping list so he doesn't forget the groceries, and she lovingly walks him out to his car. And just like that, the morning routine is complete. We have navigated waking up, getting dressed, cooking, packing, and the frantic dash out the door, all while picking up some incredibly useful everyday English vocabulary along the way. So I want to leave you with this final thought to really help lock in what you've learned today. Take a look at your own daily life. How does your morning routine compare to Tom and Lily's family? Try to describe your own breakfast, your own clothing choices, and your own commute using the vocabulary we just explored. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep practicing.